Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live show, and for Sunday, and happy Sunday, everyone. So just kind of setting up here and just waiting for a few of you to come on here. I've come on a little bit earlier, so just to try to give people a chance to actually get on here. Okay. I have got a little bit of a treat today, which is looking at the grandest royal tiaras ever worn in the world. Okay, which was published by Tatler. So we'll be looking at that. Hello, everyone. You've already started here with your chat, and lovely to see you all. Good morning. So this is a morning show. In some, like I've said before, in some countries it's an afternoon show, and in other countries it's actually an evening show. So brilliant, lovely to see you too. And hello, Susie Marie, and hello, LN. And what? Let's have a look at some of your comments here, because I get Susie Marie. What's going to happen when Meghan is not getting attention and the baby is in the spotlight? Well, we'll have a look at that at a later date. But I wanted to we will discuss these things with your comments here. But I wanted to look at something else today and share that too. But there is this interaction here. There is an interaction of it's a live interactive show to talk about anything really. So any questions here you want to kind of throw out, that's fine. Okay. And if you do want to make a super chat donation, read it, needs to ask a question there, that's fine too. But it is Sunday today. Hello, everyone. Hello, Hearts and Hens. How am I feeling today? I actually felt great. It's kind of, I feel it's that time of life with me too. I think I'm struggling with that, so it's hard to determine whether that virus is gone. I feel the virus is going, but I'm having to also deal with anyway. That's my issues. I don't want to go on about that. So I wanted to look at something nice today, because I hear that you're still having this cold weather in America. In parts of America, you're still having this awful freezing cold weather. So I guess if you're stuck indoors this morning in America, you can actually enjoy this show and cozy up there with your blankets and cup of chocolate or whatever, however you kind of snuggle up there. Yeah, we do have all these issues. We do. Thank you, Hearts and Hens, for your concern there. And yeah, it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. So I'm sure a lot of you ladies kind of understand what's going on here with me. Yeah, hello there from the Netherlands. Lovely to see you. So whereabouts are you? Let's get along with this show. Whereabouts are you? Whereabouts are you in the world? And let's know who we've got here. Laura from Denver, Colorado. Hello, good morning. And Landa from the Netherlands. Good morning. Okay, what's that there? Good morning from Wisconsin. And you just Yvonne predicted that is gonna ask advice from a lawyer. Yeah, I did. Gosh, that's a high five for me, isn't it? And yesterday I read about that in the news. Thank you so much. I don't know where it comes from. This guy, and I get he's a guy as well. He's good looking. He's one of these top lawyers. And she's talking to him at the moment and getting advice. I do feel that Meghan is getting really, really tired of you can't blame her in a way. I mean, she sends this letter to her father, and her father gives it to a newspaper. And there's a lot. I mean, what the hell was he thinking? Here, there are people out there that are saying this was planned. It was deliberate to make a few £100,000. But there's that conspiracy flying around. Okay. So I did predict that right, and that was like my predictions seem to be like 2 or 3 days, and I have got a great prediction today, guys, and I really should make a video on this. But I always go by my premonitions, and I'll mention this now. Hello from New England. Yeah. So I mean this lawyer, very prominent, I think, as well. There's a little bit of attraction there, and I do pick up intuitively with premonitions. I also noticed on this Moroccan trip here that coming off the aeroplane, I was watching the body language, and I noticed that Harry was looking at Meghan as he normally does in her eyes, and she was looking down away from his eyes. So that to me is when somebody does not looking, diverts away from looking at you, seems as if there is some kind of deception there. What is that? Because that, we're talking as well about and it goes on and on with Meghan, doesn't it? This whole thing. It's just that's why I wanted to look at the tiaras, because I love tiaras. They're so pretty, and I don't know what point I was making that. Oh yeah, this prediction here, this premonition. I will tell you about this premonition. Okay, remind me at the end of this show, around the end of the show, here this morning, and I will tell you about my premonition about the baby. Okay, about the baby, about Meghan and Harry's baby. Whether it'll come true, I don't know, but I will tell you that towards the end of the show, because I'm not actually just looking at Meghan. It's a Sunday show, and I like my Sunday shows to be very kind of relaxing, and while you're getting up in the morning with your cup of tea and your coffee, and your breakfast, or if it's in the afternoon and you're having your Sunday lunch there and you're preparing it, it's something to listen to while you're preparing your Sunday lunch and all of this. So it's quite nice. So so I hope that you're keeping warm in the United States. What is the weather like there in the United States at the morning? And what's that, Denise? Watching one of your videos, you said medical people can't be fooled about this pregnancy. No, they can't. You are so right. Worked in the medical field my entire life, and she is not pregnant. I don't know. No, I don't. I can't see as she is. And I've never experienced, although I have been in the medical field for the last 30 years, and I diverted to this because I love this and I enjoy it. Um, I I actually have never come across any kind of fake pregnancy, which um, and apparently I actually researched that a couple of days ago, but I've never really looked into fake pregnancies and why people do this. Well, for one reason, people wear these fake bellies is because they want to feel pregnant when they are adopting a baby. Okay, they want to feel what it feels like when they can't have children, what it feels like to carry a baby, and to to carry it. So they get this feeling of and it's fake, isn't it? It's a fake feeling of pregnancy and this maternal feeling. So when the baby comes, when they do adopt a baby, that they will feel as if they have carried this baby. And it's designed for surrogates and anyone that's anyone that's wanting but I think it's psychological. It helps the mother feel as if she is part of this child, and that it helps as well, I guess, for the surrogate to actually bond with the baby. But we all know it's fake, but these poor ladies who cannot have children and they want to experience these being pregnant, although they can't be pregnant, it gives them some kind of artificial way of actually feeling like this for when their surrogate baby arrives. And yeah, it does build. So I kind of, because I'm a medical person, I kind of think that's okay. That's a lovely thing to do, and it builds an emotional connection for the forthcoming child that will be, that they will that is like, and they have to have an incredibly understanding husband to to help them with this journey. So I mean, we have to think about this, that Meghan is maybe wearing this fake pregnancy to actually feel like she's pregnant psychologically, rather than just wearing it just to show and lie to the public. So I guess we have to keep an open mind here, that maybe Harry is being totally open-minded and allowing this journey for Meghan, and supporting her because he loves her. Okay, so and also, if they were interviewed about this and said, we have had had a surrogate person to carry our child, because Meghan cannot have a child, and Harry has supported me all the way through, and I wanted to feel, I feel that we would feel not sympathy, but we would kind of understand, and kind of think, oh, that's really sad that you had to do that, and we kind of understand. So I suppose we have to look at it in an open-minded way, because that's why these fake bellies, these fake bumps, have been designed, so that the surrogate anybody who's ordered a baby from a surrogate woman and all of this kind of thing can feel this connection. Okay. Also, I did a bit of research on these fake tummies and also these fake pregnancies, because I wanted to kind of understand, and also transgender women who have had sex changes, who also want to feel like a woman, and maybe they are adopting a child. They also wear these fake pregnancy bellies too, and it's part of feeling what does it feel like to feel like a woman, you know. So I'm trying to throw some being open-minded about a fake pregnancy, in all honesty. Yeah, well, how does Harry feel about this fake bump? Because he's supportive of Meghan. They're a married couple, so he actually sees her getting having this fitted every day, every time they go out. And also they use these fake as props, don't they? As props in films. You know, for a pregnant woman, they will use these props, these realistic fake bumps. So it's not just to. I don't know. There's lots of reasons why people would actually wear these fake bumps. Okay. So I don't know. You choose what you feel that's happening with this, and you know, whether this is actually a very a distraught woman who cannot have any children, and she wants to feel this closeness to her surrogate baby, that she is actually wearing this pregnancy belly and to feel connected, or whether it's just a prop, you know, to play an acting role, to look as if, oh look, I am pregnant, and you know, and this is what I'm doing here is fooling you to for when the baby comes. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of like you know, different opinions there, I feel. But as somebody said earlier, as a medical person, it kind of stands out like a sore thumb that there's no kind of pregnancy symptoms there. And I don't care what people say. I've had people say to me, "Well, you know, I knew somebody. They didn't put an ounce of weight on. They had a child. They went right back into their size 10 jeans, and you know, size 6 jeans if you're in America, and you know, just looked as if they'd not had a baby." Well, there must have been some symptoms. I mean, you cannot jump in and out of a 4x4 with, I don't care who it is. You know, your belly is huge. I think you have to go in backwards, don't you? And then put one leg in and then the next leg in. You cannot kind of jump in and out of cars, cross your legs like there's no kind of there's no bump there. I think you know, you have to kind of pull the leg over, or you can't even get the leg over because you've got a bump there in the way. Okay. Yeah, so quite interesting. Let's have a look at your comments before we go on to these tiaras here. That's why it makes me angry that MM is doing this, because of real women like her son's teacher who truly can't have kids. Yeah, I feel they designed these because let's not be judgmental about these fake bumps, these moon bumps. They are made to make women feel whole and feel close to their surrogate babies. Okay, not as props to fool people. I feel, people have different kind of perceptions of that. Okay, Karina, you think the world knows that she's fake pregnant at the moment and she lied to the British public? I kind of get a little bit of what I'm picking up here intuitively. I get like a little bit of a bemusement of what the hell is going on here. Because lots of people who watch this, they're very intelligent people, medical people, thinking, gosh, that bump, this, it's smaller than last week, and it's like they're starting to become quite bemused by this. It's like, I don't get that. How come that was smaller last week and it's larger this week? That kind of thing. And it's kind of, and it throws a question into, well, why is this happening? Why is this happening? And why? Because there is that footage where she comes out of the hotel of that baby shower, or sunglasses on, sunglasses, and she's not pregnant at all. And I feel that was her. I don't feel it was somebody. That there's lots of people saying that actually that is her friend, but I don't feel that was her friend, because as soon as this this female that looks like Megan, she had her bodyguards around that person, an umbrella above her, and the bodyguard behind her, at the sides of her, and in front of her. They wouldn't do that for a friend, would they? The bodyguards are for Megan. So, and it looked like Megan. It looked like she'd had her hair done too. If it was Megan, her hair was very conditioned, and but there was no belly there, no pregnancy. And also, if you look when she first gets out of the car, with a different coat on, her belly looks flatter then, like she'd just gone out to a restaurant, I think, or somewhere with her friends. She'd put a coat on, and what I pick up here is that she felt that she would get away with it in New York, walking around, going to restaurants, rather than the UK. She separated the UK to New York, okay. And there is this kind of feeling that I get here that she knows that the royal family do not look at any tabloids, anything, any kind of footage that is about the royal family. They don't even read the newspapers about all the royals don't read any tabloids, look at any kind of anything like that. So Meghan kind of knows that. She knows that they don't look at newspapers. They won't look at the Sun, the Daily Express, the Daily Mail, or anything like that. So they will look at another newspaper that do not cover the royals like that. So Meghan knows that they're not going to see that, not unless somebody actually says to the Queen, Meghan was seen in New York without her belly, and the Queen, I feel the Queen would say something like, "Oh, I don't really want to know anything about any gossip or anything like that. We don't want to know." They don't listen to it. they don't watch it. Okay. I feel that they are a little bit bored of all of this too, so they try to avoid looking at that. So I feel that Megan knew that this is what I'm picking up, that Megan knew that they would not look at any kind of newspapers, and that she would kind of get away with that. Okay. Um, what's that there? Yeah, that's right. It's also in, I think, the Daily Express. There's a video. The Daily Mail have also got a video on their site too about her coming out of that hotel without her bump and a flat tummy. She looks actually very toned, very kind. Her body looks as if she's been working out, and she's got a flat tummy. Yeah, not an ounce of fat on her. Yeah, I feel that I feel she thought if she hid her handbag, all these great big handbags that they've been carrying around in front of her tummy, that she'd be able to hide that. Um, yeah, so hello everyone. So I don't want to keep talking about that, but yeah, I it's all a bit odd, and I feel that the public, what about the general public that have seen that and feel that they're quite confused and bemused, and in Morocco the bump goes back on, and it's like, what the hell is going on here? What, do we just accept that she's wearing this fake bump because it makes her closer to this baby, or what, you know? Um, yeah, so let's continue with this. So I have got a premonition towards the end of this morning show. So if you want to stay around for that, and it is about Megan's baby. So yeah, it's all a bit strange. It's strange. Okay. Um, yeah, I kind of can't kind of comprehend why anybody would do that, and I don't think anybody else understands it either. And it's kind of a bit. Is it embarrassing to the royal family, or is it embarrassing to Harry, because they all know about it? Let's see. Yeah, yeah. So I will cover some more of that Morocco trip. Thank you, Debbie, for your donation. Thank you. And if anybody does want to give a super chat donation, that would be great. Thank you very much. But you don't have to if you don't want to. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Is it classed as lying if you decide to wear a pregnancy uh, moon bump because that's making you feel closer to the baby? I mean, she could actually explain it like that, and we'd probably understand. We would understand because obviously all our friends know about this. Maybe the Queen said, you can have a surrogate child as long as you fake the pregnancy. Who knows how this has been? And she's actually been rebellious again, and walked out with no pregnancy belly, and being rebellious against, again, against the establishment, against the advice. I said, well, why should I have to wear this belly? It's my decision if I have a surrogate child, and mine and Harry's, and that's it. So who knows? It could be a little bit of a rebellion there. I think there is storms ahead with this. As I said with the reading that I did recently, there is storms ahead, but I actually do feel I'm starting to believe that the Queen, although she did seem very, very lucid, she's actually handed these issues, these decisions to Charles. And I have to say, I think Charles has no idea how to deal with this, or his courtiers. And the final decision would come through Charles in what to do. And you know what Charles like? And how he feels about Harry. He doesn't want Harry to get upset because he feels guilty about what happened to his mother, Diana. And there's all this in the mix here. And I feel this is a complete mess. And the only person that's realistic about this and lives in the real world is William. You know, William, I feel that William has said what he feels. He said that this is going to cause scandal within the royal family, but Charles has the last say, and I feel that Charles has kind of allowed this. I feel that Charles is weak. He has a weakness around him when it comes to people that he loves. Um, and he feels terribly guilty about what happened to Diana. Um, so maybe this mess is going to go on for a bit longer. I feel the Queen has handed over the decisions to to Charles, the King in waiting, really. So we've never had this. We've never had this kind of mess. Well, we have with Diana, and we have with Fergie, and all of that. It's not completely new. Um, but I feel, yeah. So it's not new. I feel they have to go with the crest of they have to go with this, and now because she's pregnant, or they've lied about this baby, so they have to go with this. Harry is married to Meghan now, so they have to go with this. Actually, what I'm picking up here intuitively is that and I feel that Meghan knows this, is that Hollywood are appear to be more powerful than and saying a lot more than the actual royal family are saying at the moment. Um, you know, yeah, I noticed that she'd had Botox as well due Temple. She's had Botox fix. She's had her hair done as well. I've noticed she's had her hair done, and she's had some Botox, especially in the neck area. There. And she hasn't got any kind of she hasn't got any nasal labial folds either. She's had all those filled in. So yeah, I noticed that too while she's been away. So hey, let's continue with this reading. What I'm just going to do is just pull out one of my cards and just say, is there trouble ahead here? Oh gosh, God, that really flipped out. And oh well, she's going to do as she's told at this present time. I think there's been words that have been said here. Thank you, Shannalee, for your donation. Thank you so much. There are things that have been said to her. and she's going to act like, or maybe this, she is going to act this out, that she is going to be so dependable. She is going to do everything right here in terms of going with every single thing here. I feel that we will notice that in Morocco. Somebody has spoken to her. I feel you've got to start acting like a royal. You're not acting like a royal, and if you don't act like a royal, we'll take you out of your duties. And we will, I think there may have been even a threat that you may even lose your HR, your title, if you do not act like a royal. Something in that, not as nasty as that, but in a very diplomatic sense. But I think that Meghan got the message here. So hence why she's walking like there's a stick up, like there's a stick up her backside. She is walking so straight, so regal. She is very kind of, she's not saying anything. She's not expressing any expressions. She is not giving anything away. You will see this in Morocco, or you'll see this in days to come. That they've told her not to speak, not to have an opinion. All of these things you're supposed to do when you are a royal. You don't have opinions about politics. You don't say anything. Yes, you are there to help raise for charities, but you don't have a say. And I feel this has been expressed to her in a meeting. I feel that's why they were late. They were late, okay, to this Moroccan trip. It was delayed. I feel that was because there was a meeting beforehand, and she has to stop kind of, she has to start to stop talking, keep her mouth shut basically, and behave in a way that a royal should behave. Whether that is something to do with this trip to New York, but I feel that there has been words said here. So I'm just going to pluck up. Thank you, Verslance. Thank you so much for your donation there. Very kind of you. And yeah, I always look forward to little donations because it keeps my channel going and it keeps my shows going. So thank you so much. So let me look here. Yeah, concentrate on her work. Concentrate on her work. And I said that in those readings. What is she thinking? Concentrate on her work and you'll be okay. I feel that's what the message is here, and that's what she's focusing on here at this present time. Yes, and I said that in the reading about what she's thinking, and it was all about work and money. Do you remember? I think this may be why, because she's been told that this is what she's got to do if she's going to stay as a royal. Yeah, she's intending to travel quite a lot here. I get the travel card, and I also said that as well before. Anyway, let's get along with what I've got for my special Sunday show. Okay, and it's about the tiaras, and I will go. There's quite a few. There's Tatler published this. The 11 most glamorous royal tiaras in the world. Okay, some of the most grandest royal tiaras ever worn, and the stories behind them. Okay, So there is the one that Catherine wears, Kate Middleton, quite often, and it's called the Cambridge Lovers Knot Tiara. Okay, and what a beautiful name for this tiara! And this is one that I feel that Princess Diana's worn this one too quite often. And this one is in 1913. Queen Mary commissioned Gerard to create this tiara based on a design worn by her grandmother, Princess Augusta of Hesse, otherwise known as the Duchess of Cambridge. It consists of 19 diamond arches with big fat pearls swinging underneath them. Lovers knot bows are part of the sparkly diamond design. Thus the name, aside from Queen Mary, it's also been worn by it's also been worn by the Queen and by Diana, Princess of Wales, who also complained that it gave her headaches. Okay, wow. How much are they worth? Goodness, they must be worth a fortune, those tiaras. And there's also the one that Meghan wore at her wedding, which is called the Queen Mary Diamond Bandeur Wedding Tiara. It's actually beautiful, isn't it? Made in 1932, the Queen Mary Diamond Bandeau tiara has often been seen with a sapphire in the centre stone, but Meghan Markle opted for a diamond on her royal wedding day, which was lent to her by the Queen. The tiara is formed as a flexible band of 11 sections pierced with interlaced oval and paved set with large and small brilliant diamonds. The centre is set with a detachable brooch of 10 brilliant diamonds. When Queen Mary died in 1953, both the tiara and the brooch were passed on to the granddaughter, the Queen. Wow. Wow, they must be worth, gosh, I bet they're priceless. I bet they are priceless. Okay, going on to Princess Eugenie, what she wore at her wedding. That's quite different. It looks quite medieval, her tiara. And this one is called the Graville Emerald Cockerschnick tiara, also known as the Boccarin tiara, by whom it was made. The tiara was left to the Queen Mother in 1942 by a Mrs. Graville and lent to Princess Eugenie by the Queen for her wedding day. The diamond tiara was made for Mrs. Graville in 1919 and features brilliant and rose-cut diamonds, paved sets in platinum, with set emeralds on either side. Yeah, so and then we go. The next one here is Kate's tiara that she wore for her wedding. And this one, it's very kind. It's not very extra. Well, it doesn't look extravagant. It probably is extravagant, but it looks quite a small tiara, a discreet tiara. Like it's not so flashy. I think that's what. Although she does wear very expensive jewelry, does Kate. Okay, so Kate's wedding tiara. Okay, the Cartier Halo Scroll tiara. George VI commissioned Cartier to make this tiara for his wife 3 weeks before he uh, acceded the throne in 1936. The Queen Mother gave it to the Queen as an 18th birthday present, and she has since lent it to Princess Margaret, the Princess Royal, and most famously, the Duchess of Cambridge, who wore it on her wedding day as her something borrowed. It has 739 brilliant cut diamonds and 149 baguette diamonds. And if it's good enough for Kate, it's good enough for yeah. So wow, wow, wow. And then there's a lot more. It goes on to about 11 different. I'm going to mention this. This is absolutely gorgeous tiara. The Heathcote tiara. The Heathcote tiara. This was first recorded in 1786. The Heathcote family inventory. It's currently owned by Jane Heathcote Drummond Willoughby, Lady Willoughby de Eresby, who was one of the 6 bridesmaids of honour at the Queen's coronation. Wow. So did they wear that at the Queen's coronation? I don't think so. They wouldn't have worn something as elaborate. She lent the tiara to her second cousin, Rose Astor, on her wedding day in 2005. It has 2 sprays of mixed flowers around the enormous wild rose in the centre, and entirely paved with diamonds, and can be taken apart with the 2 sprays worn as a brooch. Wow. Like, it's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Okay. And another stunning one here, and it looks like a crown actually. This one, but it's a tiara. The Northumberland tiara, first seen in 1845, when the 6th Duke of Northumberland married his wife Louisa. It's since been worn by several generations of the Percy family, including the 10th Duchess of Northumberland, who wore it to the Queen's coronation in 1953. Most recently, Lady Melissa Percy wore it at her wedding to former husband Thomas Van can't say that Straw something in 2013. It's huge. It's a huge one. It is quite huge. It looks like a crown, and perhaps more like a crown, yeah, than a tiara. Yeah, they do call it Percy's the Kings of the North. The tiara can be broken down into 14 separate brooches, and the circlets of brilliant cut diamonds can be worn as a necklace. Wow. Do you know what? I never knew that you could break down tiaras, royal tiaras, into brooches and necklaces and different kind of jewelry. I suppose if you're not wearing it, you can break them down. Um, So let's have a look at some of your comments, and I'll continue with this because there's some more absolutely beautiful kind of tiaras. Yeah, I get here beautiful. Okay. So yes, Amelia B. Yes, beautiful tiara on Princess Eugenie. I think Meghan was very jealous. I think I actually Meghan's was beautiful, so I don't know why there should have been any jealousy there, because Meghan's tiara was just amazing too. And yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? They've got all this money and they're still bitching at each other. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, hi everyone. Just come in, but can't see any tiaras. Should we be referring to the newspaper article or something? Yeah, it's actually a morning show, and it's yeah, I'd like to show you the tiaras, and they are beautiful. But it is a morning show. It's something just to chat about, in all honesty. So it's also to tell you about the tiaras and the history, the history behind them, rather than just the pictures. So there is the lotus flower tiara, okay, which Kate Middleton wears quite often. In 1923, when Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon, later the Queen Mother, was given a diamond and pearl necklace by her husband as a wedding present, she had it turned into a tiara by Gerard within 6 months. And the Queen Mother then gave it to her daughter, Princess Margaret, who wore it in the 1960s with her hair piled up in a beehive. And Lord Lindley's wife also, on her wedding day in 1993, wore this too. The Duchess of Cambridge has been spotted in it as of late, first in 2013 at a Buckingham Palace party, and it's also called the Papyrus tiara. Yeah, very pretty, and there's lots more. I mean, absolutely amazing, beautiful tiaras here, and I may redo this one and show you the pictures here. In fact, if you are interested in seeing the tiaras in a private reading for my followers, I can compile that for you, and I can send that to you, of all these beautiful tiaras. Okay. So if you're interested in that, give me an email. Same kind of thing, a donation, and an email to tell me which private secret reading you'd like, and I will compile all of these lovely tiaras for you to view privately. So that's another thing that I can do from this morning show for you guys. Okay. Because they are amazing. They are amazing if you like tiaras. So okay, so that's that. So and the next part of this show is actually the premonition that I had about Meghan's baby. But before I do that, I just want to have a look here at your comments. And let's have a look here at some of your comments. Just having a look. Okay, haps and hands. I think I would get a headache if I had to wear a tiara. Looking, yeah, they're quite. I guess they're quite heavy to wear too, as well. So let's continue with this. So that was a little bit of fun, really, talking about those tiaras. Um, and I get spring flowers. If Meghan wears any tiaras, the royal better have the jeweler check to be sure the jewels have not been replaced with fakes. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. So let's continue with this. So, yeah, I had a premonition last night, and I saw blue. Okay, I saw blue. I've said that this child is a boy, but also I get that the with this premonition that Meghan wanted a girl because of this. She's all into these women's rights and female equality and all of this, and she wanted a girl. Okay, but I get blue. Although she wanted a girl, I get blue. I got like a light blue in my premonition, and so I'm sticking with this. That this is going to be a boy. Okay, a boy. And in my premonition last night, this was in my sleep. It was like a vivid, again, one of those vivid dreams that I have. I got blue and I got pink, but blue came stronger. I got blue came stronger. So, and then there was this kind of thing that Meghan argued that she would like a girl, but Harry got the upper hand here because he wants a boy. He wants his firstborn to be a son, like his brother William. Okay, so I get a boy. Okay, and after that, I got the names come up, and I got the names of it begins with A. They're going to choose a name that begins with A. I get Albert because there's this link between Albert and Prince, Queen Victoria and Albert were very kind of against slavery, and they had, I don't know the history of that, but I got this in my dream that they were very into against slavery, and partly to do with especially Prince Albert. And I got this in my dream, so look that up because I'm going to research that what it was that he was, that he wanted to stop this slavery. And if anybody knows this, let me know because I got this in this dream premonition that Albert and Victoria. So I feel if it was a girl, it probably would be Victoria. If it's a boy, they're looking at Albert. Okay, Albert. Now I do get yeah, Alexandra. I also got it begins with A. It's also Alexandra. It can be Alex, Alexandra, or Albert. I get that. Two names there, Alexandra or Albert. So it is linked to some kind of black kind of history, whatever that is here. Alice for a girl. Okay, yeah. So that was my dream premonition. I saw blue. I saw Victoria and Albert. But something to do with that history. That's why they're going to choose this boy's name, or somebody linked to who abolished slavery in the UK. A Black History kind of thing. So maybe we should research that, guys. If anybody knows anything about who abolished that kind of who was royal, I'm picking up Albert. Albert. Let's have a look here. Denise, let's have a look at some of your comments anyway. That was my premonition. I stick by that. I say it's a boy. I picked up that there was a bit of a to and fro of an argument here. And I feel even talks of twins, but I feel Harry said no. I'd like a boy first. Let's start with one rather than two. Okay. I feel that they may have been put off a little bit with the Clooneys having twins, and George said, "Look, start with one rather than having two. It's not easy, kind of thing." So I feel I get blue. I see this little boy in a hand knitted blue cardigan. Look out for that, okay? A baby blue hand knitted cardigan. Cardigan rather than jumper. So this boy is like up to about 1 year old, wearing this blue hand knitted cardigan. Now this was a gift. I feel the Queen likes to knit. I feel the Queen may have knitted this hand knitted jumper. She likes to knit. I feel she likes to knit, and she likes to chat at the same time while she's knitting, like any grandma, okay? So I do see a hand knitted. There's going to be lots of gifts actually that are hand knitted that are going to be sent to Meghan and Harry, and they are going to use them. Okay, they are going to use these hand knitted jumpers. And you'll see this little boy in hand knitted jumpers. But I did get a boy's blue colour hand knitted cardigan. Okay, so I would say I actually did predict that Kate is waiting to announce her pregnancy. She's waiting to announce her pregnancy. Um, I feel she's pregnant already. That's my prediction, but I'm not always right. But I feel she's waiting to announce her fourth child here, but she's waiting for this other child to be born first. She doesn't want to take the limelight away from this occasion. So they're not going to announce that till after this child is born. And then there will be yeah. So we will see. I feel that I do feel it's a boy. I am going to I have with the big huge baby, it's going to be a big baby. I feel that's when we're going to realize no way has she carried that baby. Because health-wise, it would have affected her, the way she walks, the way she moves, and all of this. So I get a big baby. That's going to be an indication that she has had. And I've mentioned that in my uncut reading, secret private reading, which is called The Big Huge Baby. If anybody wants to order that one, I've explained all of that. What I don't want to say here on YouTube, okay, of why you'll be able to tell that it isn't. She's not carried that baby. Okay. So guys, that's my prediction. Let's just finish off with some comments here. Thank you, all of you, for being here. And what's that? Polly. Hi, Polly. Yvonne, remember you experiencing morning sickness the other day? Yes. And this was referring to Catherine. Yes. Yes, I do. And I feel that she's pregnant, early pregnancy, and she's already starting with this morning sickness. Yeah. So I feel it's going to be announced in after this baby is born. I actually predicted that she would have this child because it's a large baby a long time ago. This baby is large, and I said this a long time ago, months ago, that this baby is going to be large and it's going to come early because. But I feel the prediction was that actually I felt that she was carrying that baby and that she would have to have a cesarean section because her pelvis is not big enough for that baby. But now I'm kind of going with that there is a surrogate. So this is why, it's going to go to, I feel they will get the baby before they actually show this baby to the public. So they get used to having a baby around. So let's have a look at your comments here. Okay, Amelia B. Amelia B. I hope to get back to London and countryside again. I even saw the nude bicycle parade. Really? Puts a smile on my face. Reminded me of Homer Simpson's butt. Okay, well, I didn't see that, but that sounds quite interesting. True Blue, important for people to plant adult butterfly and caterpillar plants, plant flowers, save hummingbirds. Oh, that's really sweet of you. How nice. We need them. Yes, we do need them. We do. And Janet, the Queen's train carrier Duchess has part of the Heathcote tiara and amazing wild necklace. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. Yes, well, it did look nice. And if you do, like I said, if you do want a private reading of all those two, I can't put those on YouTube. That would be copied. I think I would. I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to show them on YouTube. So if you want your own private video, I can send that to you of all those tiaras. So that's available too if you want to have that as a secret reading for my followers. Okay. Yeah, well, it went from this great big 9 month to 10 month size bump, didn't it? And then it shrunk to back to a 7 month overnight. And I felt that Megan decided, oh my goodness, I can't carry that around on that 10 month size bump. I can't carry that around on a walkabout. No way. That was the one with the belly button showing with the tight dress. Do you remember? And I feel that she swapped sizes because she went back to a smaller size. Oh, do you know what? It's just so obvious. It's just so obvious. And then she walks out of this hotel in New York without no bump at all. I mean, really, what are we supposed to think here? Okay, so yeah, for these live shows, I will do evenings, but I like to do a morning show too. Um, I may switch it around actually. I may try the evenings to see if it works. What would work for you guys? Would you like an evening show or would you like a morning show? Because a lot of people do actually like the morning show. Um, so let me know if you prefer the evening show. Um, but it's nice to be able to see you in the mornings too. So okay, guys. That is the you like both. Okay, so I may mix them around a bit. Oh, you like the evenings? Okay. I will mix them around a bit, okay, and see what kind of fits. So I may do a morning show, and the next day I may do an evening show. So we will see. Okay, I may do one. Actually, tomorrow, let's try the evening show tomorrow. I will do an evening show. So the evening show, well, it won't be evening, it'll be early evening for you guys in America. So it would be evening show for the UK. So I'm talking maybe 5 o'clock in the afternoon, a New York time, is kind of the earliest that I'd be able to do the evening show. So what I will do is let's go for an evening show tomorrow. Okay, I'll try the evening show. And you like both, so I may just mix it around. I may just do the morning show, evening show, whatever I kind of feel at the day. Okay. So tomorrow I will do, instead of the morning show, I'm going to do an evening show. So look out for that. And thank you everybody for being here for this morning show. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've got to update those titles as well on the community page there of what I've got available for you guys. Yeah, I think we're all getting a bit tired of this Meghan situation now, so I'm trying to bring other things in here, and you know, hence the tiara, and looking at other kind of princesses and that kind of thing. Yeah, I'll just go what's easy, and go with the flow. So I'm going to send you, I'll stick with morning shows and the odd evening show, I feel. So sending you lots of love, guys, and thank you for being here for this morning show. And you prefer morning, you see. A lot of people love the morning show. So what I will do, I'll just move it around a bit. Okay. No, I think we're getting a bit kind of tired with this Meghan situation. So have a great Sunday, everyone. Enjoy your day, and you know, it's Sunday. Get yourself a nice roast chicken in the oven, or a nice piece of roast beef, and all some vegetables, and get that nice bottle of wine out there, and enjoy your Sunday. Okay, and yeah, and everybody, enjoyed chatting with you too. Thank you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, and you take care, and bye for now. Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone.